Assalamualaikum guys, and welcome back to functional food course for product design and development. Now, according to the Institute of Food Technologists, an organization that distributes knowledge about food, nutrition, technology, and policy, bringing functional food to the mass market requires a series of steps involving research, communication with government agencies, and effective public marketing. So, this particular part of the lecture series is about understanding these 7 steps. Second learning outcome is understanding our roles as food technologists and how do we fit in these 7 steps. In a sense, there are 7 steps. That is basically a general progression from research at step number 1 to 3 to marketing somewhere around step 5 and then 6 and 7. So in the first step, as scientists, we link between particular food and health benefits. This include phytonutrient analysis, examining the link. Probably there are a few publications and intellectual properties being generated in this first step. Then, in step number 2, we run in vitro and in vivo studies with non-living and animal specimens respectively. If in vitro show good results, we can go on to the step 3 where we can run human studies. This involves administering human appropriate dosages of bioactive compounds and testings for adverse side effects. So again, there could be publications and intellectual properties that came out from this step number 3, which is called actually clinical trials. So these particular companies, probably our suppliers, develop extractions and protection protocols for active ingredients containing bioactive compounds. This is basically a branding exercise. In step 4, scientists like us, especially food technologists, we develop appropriate food vehicles for our bioactive compounds. So this is where we, food technologists, comes in. This is called design and then development of new food products, followed by manufacturing. Once it is manufactured, in step 5, we market to the public and educate them about the health benefits of functional food. We run studies on populations to test for long-term effects and overall product effectiveness in step number 6. Finally, in step 7, we measure public attitudes towards functional food. So again, I would like to summarize the 7 steps. Step 1, link between a particular food and health benefits. Step 2, in vitro, in vivo studies with non-living and animal specimens, respectively. This is the exercise to brand the particular ingredients or extracts. 3, we start to do human studies, administering human appropriate dosages, etc. And what we are involved as food technology should be in step 4 and step 5. This is design and development work, manufacturing, and marketing and educations. Step 6 and step 7 is about population study and public attitude study towards functional food. Each of these steps will be detailed out in class. It is not going to be covered in this note. And now for the final slides, I would like to summarize the first 3 steps, step 1, step 2, and step 3, because these steps are the the best of science. This is the foundation of the whole thing. So before a supplier of functional ingredient can supply their product to us to design and develop products and manufacture our own products, these scientists have gone through all of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 additional steps. Okay, number 1, they identify the relationship between food components and health. Then only they study the bioactive compounds and they identify biomarkers inside our bodies that respond to that bioactive compounds. Then C, very important step, they determine the causality. This is the premier scientific activity and the key process of the whole thing. And then it is their strong ability and competency to demonstrate the efficacy of the bioactive compounds. They determine the intake level necessary to achieve desired effects and demonstrate non-toxicity at this efficacy level. Along the way, if they have epidemiological studies data, they can use that to help with the determination of efficacy level. And they should also consider the effects of bioavailability on the effectiveness. So these scientists, most of them from bioscience backgrounds, contributes the foundations of the science behind the functional food ingredients. So by the time functional ingredient or active ingredients reaches us, we can be assured that the hard science has been established so that we can confidently design, develop, manufacture, and market our products using the functional ingredients. I hope you get a learning outcome of this part of the course, the 7 steps and all. So happy learning, guys. Take care. Bye bye.